You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
He looks very
What up,
Detroit
though?
this morning, too, by
What
the
up,
way.
though?
Very Detroit.
What's
I am
Detroit
very-
about corduroy?
I am very Detroit.
That's a Detroit thing, the corduroy outfit.
Is it?
Yeah,
All
with the
day.
I
Detroit
didn't know
hat.
that.
Yes.
I thought everybody wore corduroys.
No.
Nah, that's a D-town. That's a
Everybody
Detroit
does
thing.
wear corduroys.
Yeah, I don't know what they-
I see. Historically, growing up, I used to see dudes in Detroit with the whole corduroy outfit.
Straight up. Yeah, it is a whole outfit.
Yeah.
It is pants, jacket matching.
Well, congratulations on the new album, I Decided.
Thank you.
I see it's going to do like over 100,000 and be #1 for the week, so that's a big deal.
Perfect.
Streaming is really incredible, right, for artists now?
Yeah, and this is the first album I put out where I didn't release physical copies with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So physical has always been a big part of my first week. So I didn't do that because I didn't want it leaking. You know what I mean? And I wanted to work on it to like as soon as possible. When you got to do physical albums, you got to turn it in way before it go to the plants, and I ain't want to like risk that.
So how long do you have to put it out before, when you're just streaming it? You have until right before you put it out?
Not like right before, but like
Month?
no. See, if you do physicals, it's like a month, like a week or two.
That ain't bad.
That's pretty good.
Couple weeks
But
So
we
why
got
I Decided? So why did you title it I Decided?
for a lot of reasons. But hold up, but just on that point though, like that song "Sacrifices,"
Ah,
that came.
It was my favorite song on the album. Now it's like top 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was like that came in at like the last minute, like last week.
So that's good.
So if it would have been hard copies, it wouldn't have made it.
Yeah,
Or it could
period.
have been like a bonus online streaming only song.
Yeah.
About that record, what made you want to put the Migos on Sacrifice? Because most artists will put Migos on a club record. You actually put them on a record that got
Oh,
some
look, this
substance.
chair missing a whole arm.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
buy
some
us a new
ghetto
chair.
ass- some ghetto ass
Kevin Hart was
chairs.
supposed to
Kevin
buy
Hart was
us all
supposed to
chairs.
I know
buy
y'all
us
getting
chairs.
money up in here. Y'all got broke ass
Promised us.
chairs.
No, you got to keep it. That keeps the essence pure.
Nah, but Migos, I got love for the Migos. Anybody who keeping it raw, not really giving a fuck about what people saying, just doing their thing, I got respect for. And I remember when I met them, they came to me and was just saying, I remember Quavo talking about, yo, you like, you one of the ones we look up to. You like, one of our OGs. And I'm sitting here thinking like, I'm probably like 2 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I got to remember that when I came in the game, that was like, man, I was 19. I was with, I was in Japan with Nigo, Pharrell, obviously Ye. You know what I mean? So it was a whole different era, like a generation before them, I guess.
But Sacrifice it's a lot of substance in that record. Like you talking about some real socially conscious stuff to me, like just on a personal level. So I'm like the Migos.
Yeah.
I think,
But
it's,
it
good. I
worked,
think it's
though.
good to bring the Migos to do something that they
Yeah,
don't
for sure.
normally
Yeah, it
do,
worked.
which is like bring them into what Big Sean would do instead
Yeah.
of catering to what they do.
And I feel like they brought something to the record too.
Absolutely.
They added to it. That was the whole thing. I didn't have a lot of features on this album. Only features I had was, the ones that really added something. The Dream,
Jeremiah on the
Jeremiah.
light. What record is the Dream on?
2088, Sunday Morning Jetpack.
Oh man, now see, that record became one of my favorite records this morning.
Yes.
That and Stick to the Plan.
Yeah.
I like the way the album starts with the intro with Jeremiah. I thought that was a
appreciate
nice, and it had a lot of substance also, but I thought it was a great intro for the whole album, just to start off with that.
Yeah, he killed it too. You know what I'm saying? And the whole album, like I broke the album up in my head at least to like 4 different acts. So it's like the first act is like the light, bounce back, no favors. It's like once you realize you find that inner strength. Like the first lines on the album is, I spent my whole life trying to find a light that's at the end of the tunnel. I should have realized it was inside.
Outside, inside, outside.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like once you figure that out and then you bounce back, you know what I'm saying, from your losses, and then after that you charged up, it's like you don't need no favors. That's
Part
like
two was
first
like
thing.
the love part.
Part 2 is like the love part, going after, you know what I mean? Your one true love, shit not working out, all sorts of just,
And
Yeah,
part 3 is like your mom, so to speak? Or is
No,
that
so
part 4?
part 3 is like halfway off the balcony.
Okay.
Voices in my head, stick to the plan. That's like when everything going wrong, it spiral out of control. You like in a, you in a pit, you in the depths, you know what I'm saying? And then part 4 is like Sunday Morning Jetpack, when God pull you out of that, your family there for you.
Part
That
3 was like F
unconditional
everybody.
love. Yeah, part 3, that's like stick to the plan, voices
Yeah.
in my head. It's like you going through that moment.
Now,
you
in
know?
voices in my head, you say that maybe a gunshot to the head will set all these thoughts free. You had suicidal thoughts at one point?
Yeah, I have.
What? You're like one of the happiest people I know, Sean. One of the nicest people.
Yeah, but that don't mean you ain't got. You know, I go through real shit all the time, man.
You want to
His
kill
house,
yourself?
his house got broken into.
I'm not saying
That had to be rough?
I'm not saying I was gonna do it.
But
I'm
what got
saying
you to
yeah,
that
I
point?
thought about it.
But what got you to that point?
Just the things that exactly what I talked about on the album. Like God got me through that point. My family got me through that point. That unconditional love is something that, you know, that's more important than anything. That's something money can't buy. So I get that unconditional love from my family, from the real ones around me that came up with me. And that's what that is, you know? And, yeah.
It seemed like last album you paid homage to your father. This album you paid homage to your mom with a phone call. How did she react to Inspire Me?
I remember, well, she came to the crib. So I record basically all my music at this house. I just sold the house though. Like I just moved out because I feel like I got all the inspiration out of it. But she was there listening to the album, and I didn't tell her about the song.
And the house is in Detroit.
No, this house was in LA,
LA,
where I make the music. The house in Michigan is where she lived, where I live. I got my room in the basement, you know what I'm saying? She got the big suite or whatever. But anyway.
It's like what Bow Wow did with his mom.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, he lives with his mom.
Yeah, but that's the way though. You know, that's how I have it. Anyway, I just was playing her songs after song after song, and then Inspire Me came on. She was listening to it, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden she was like, oh, it's about, oh, you know, and then like that was halfway through the verse, and then by the end of the verse, she was crying, you know? So it was emotional for us, but it's real though. You know, I don't always answer my mama phone calls all the time.
Why not?
Yeah, he does.
I don't either.
Nah, because that's just real life, man. It's not out of like, I don't love her. That's my mom. That's the first person I rap for. That's the person who supported me like none other. It's just that we get self-absorbed in our, you know, we get caught up in our own business sometimes.
You really was doing nothing when you ignored our call though, Sean.
No.
You wasn't really doing much.
No, when you see a missed call, sometimes you forget to call your family back. That's just real life, man. You know, don't come at me like I take care of my family. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I just wanted to keep it honest with her, and she appreciated that. And I remember, I even talk about it on the song, but we grew up, you know, I'm a Motown. Like, I was in a Motown household, like Stevie Wonder, Isley Brothers, you know what I mean? Marvin Gaye.
Al Green.
You know what I mean? All that, Jackson 5. So I was asking her when she heard it, like, who you want to sing on it? Like, because I was thinking like Smokey Robinson, you know, or I was going to shoot for the stars, try and get Stevie Wonder on it. But, you know, I remember her looking at me with tears in her eyes, like, you got to sing it. Like, perfect if you sing it, so. That's why I'm on there singing like that.
Now, you said every time you get a new love, your mama invites them in. Is that true?
Yeah.
You got
That's real.
She never doesn't like someone, and it's like, don't bring her around.
Y'all mamas like that?
No, I only been with one woman forever. I can't bring no other woman to my mama's house.
Straight up?
Hell yeah, me and my woman been together since '98.
But women invited you to their houses and meet their mamas before.
No.
Your scumbag ass?
That's disrespectful. I don't do things like that.
No,
Sean.
he did read a kid a book one day.
Why wouldn't you read a kid a book?
And the kid called him dad.
The kid did call him dad.
But listen, mama don't never take
Nah, that's respect though.
She did. He did call me dad. That was disrespectful. That's why I stopped messing with her. But mama don't ever tell you to slow down? Because you do always got a new love now, Sean. You can't be bringing different women in and outside mama's house.
Come on, it ain't like that. There's people out here changing shit up every week. At least I'm committed. At least I be, you know, I ain't out here on no. I ain't got time.
You got about a 2-year lease on your.
A 2-year lease?
You switch up every couple.
10,000 miles.
Since you've been in the game.
Whatever, man.
And listening to Act 2, I guess, in this album where you do talk about, you know, saving somebody kind of from a relationship and just being friends at first and then kind of wanting to be with them, but she was involved with somebody else. Is that a true story?
I mean, it's all based off true stories. You know, there's nothing not true about it. Not necessarily every line. Sometimes I fabricate things in my head but I pull the inspiration from real situations. And a lot of times they are 100% real. But I'm also an artist too. I got an imagination. Sometimes I like add stuff in my head.
It's interesting because when you did do that No More Interview song, I was like, well, we can't interview Big Sean because the stuff that he talks about is stuff that happens to him in real life. So when you say you don't want to talk about personal things, the music is personal, so it's hard not to.
Well, no, that's the sacrifice I made. I put my personal life, you know, on a record. And that's just the commitment I made to my artistry because that's what I always wanted. I always wanted to be a rapper. I always wanted to be an artist. And I always knew my potential. You know what I mean? And I always felt like I wasn't executing my full potential. And it's just like that kept me hungry. That kept me always wanting to strive to be better. And part of that is just laying it all out there. You know, you can't go halfway with anything.
Yeah, on the album you say girls that look like Lisa Bonet jealous of you and Jhené.
Yeah.
You know that's going to piss off the black women.
What you mean?
Girls that look like Lisa Bonet jealous of you and Jhené.
Well, isn't Lisa Bonet black?
Yes, that's my point.
He's saying,
He said the black women are going to judge you because
Charlamagne doesn't
Yes.
think that Jhené is black.
She is.
That's what I keep telling him.
she
She's
is?
black. I
know
keep
she
telling
was
him
black.
that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
what you
have you seen her
talking about?
I
dad?
thought she was Asian.
She's light skinned. Yeah, she is.
She's
She
mixed.
that too.
Oh,
She
okay.
everything. She got a little bit of everything.
Well, what did that line mean? Girls that look like Lisa Bonet jealous of you and Jhené.
That means I was dating pretty girls, and even when I was coming up, they would always say something like, because Jhené been on my project since 2011 or 12 or something like that.
And that's
you
when you
with
knew
that?
you wanted to. That's when
Yeah,
you
they
knew you
always-
wanted to
Why
be
you
with
with that little
her.
Asian girl all the time?
No, not. You gonna stop disrespecting her, man?
I ain't disrespecting. So it's disrespectful to call her Asian?
No, I'm just saying
Oh,
she got a name, man. Come on.
Jhené.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my thing is, look. Yes, people used to always be like, "What's up with you and Jhené?" You know. this
Okay
and that.
then. See what I'm saying? All of that to get to the.
Not what's up with you and that Asian girl.
But that is when you knew back then that you kind of had feelings for her, but she was involved with somebody else.
I'm here to talk about the album.
It's on
It is the album.
You said it on the
That was a
album.
bar from your album. See what I'm saying?
I answered the question. Y'all keep digging in on it, but no, yeah, it's always been feelings for her. Just to
Okay.
keep her honest, she's a great person.
Are you nervous? This is just a side question. Are you nervous if you see her husband that he might want 5 minutes with you?
She's not married
Or
anymore.
her ex-husband that he might want 5 minutes with you?
No,
No.
no way.
I'm,
Not
assu-
afraid of no confrontations.
I'm assuming Same Time Part 2 is going to be on Jhené's upcoming album.
Or the 2088 album, maybe.
Yeah.
2088 album. I don't know. You gotta wait and see. But there is 2088 album coming.
What happened to the album?
Because you got the Same Time Part 1, right?
Huh?
Same Time Part 1.
Yeah, just a little. That was just a little, a little foreshadow.
So yeah, so it's going to be on one of those.
That's
two
one of my
projects.
favorites though. Still.
I like that.
Yeah. My one of my producers, Amir, did that. He did The Light. He did Sunday Morning Jetpack, Halfway Off the Balcony. Produced on Bounce Back, Moves. He
You got to
produced
keep
on,
him.
Yeah, he did the outro, Bigger Than Me. He produced on 13 out of 14 tracks. So, and he produced a lot of the 2088 stuff too. So he's straight out of Philly. Shout out to Philly, East Coast.
People are starting to see that you can spit now, and I'm liking it. People are starting to talk about your lyricism now.
What they
I
saying?
don't. No, they say you're nice.
What was they talking about before?
They just weren't talking about it at all. When they name people,
Wow,
they never
Sean.
name. I'm being
Damn,
honest.
Evie.
They never name Big Sean. They
Sean,
never
I've
name-
never done that to you, Sean.
No, it's the truth.
Hey,
It's
Sean,
the truth.
how many times have you heard me
Now
say
you
Sean?
just started.
That's
You
not
said the other
true.
day.
Sean,
You
is
was
that
like,
true?
We gotta throw Big Sean in the J. Cole talk.
Second album, when everybody was talking shit, he'd be like, "Man, I love that switch up song. I
Yes.
thought that this,
Sean can rap
way
his
back,
ass off.
Way
He
back.
can.
I just
But-
think
I'm
now
saying
we need
people-
to start having a different conversation. Is Sean the best? Not, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference.
You mean is he in that top
right.
5?
I know I've been in the top 5 to me of the new guys, but I'm saying, I'm saying, is he
Charlamagne,
one
what
of the best at the moment? The best? Because you don't claim that.
I
feel
claim
like
that.
on the album,
Hold
he said it on the album.
No, it seemed like you got a very underdog energy. Like it don't. It's not like
You
how you
said
know
it.
how Wayne
Hold
be
on,
like I'm
hold
the best
on,
rapper
hold on. Let's not
alive.
get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted.
Talk it.
Let's not get it twisted. Every time I step into that booth, I feel like I'm the best rapper. I feel like I'm the best at what I do. Nigga, this is 2017. This is the time for all of us to feel the best at what we do, man.
Absolutely.
If you go on a job to your work not feeling that you the best, that you're not the best at what you do, what are you doing? What are you really even doing with your
Absolutely.
life? You're doing it for a paycheck. That ain't gonna last.
It feels like in Act 3 you even addressed that on the album too. Just people maybe not giving you the props that you know you deserve.
I mean, I don't really focus too much on what people saying. All I know, because that's gonna take time away from me focus on what's at hand, what's the plan, what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in a race, but I ain't looking to the left or to the right of me. I'm looking at that finish line because once you start looking to the left, you start slowing down. Once you start looking to the right, you start slowing down. That ain't where I'm at with it.
Why don't you claim it though? Like how Hov used to be like I'm the best, or Wayne like I'm the best rapper alive.
I'm the best, no discussion. That's what I said on Halfway Off the Balcony. I'm claiming
Yeah, he
it.
said
I'm a person of manifestation. I believe once what you put out into the universe, it come back to you. I believe in karma. I believe in all that. That's why I live righteous. You know what I'm saying? That's why it ain't no front for me. I am a real good dude, and I am humble. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was raised, though. I can't change that. You know, I grew up with my grandma, with my mom. They was the women and the men of the house. You know what I'm saying? That's even while I'm blessings, it's like my grandma just died. I'm the man of the house. That's because she was the man of the house too. So it's just like I can't change the way I was raised, but at the same time, like I put that work in. Like you're not gonna disrespect me. I hop on any track with anybody, and I will not only stand my own. You gonna know that it's my verse, and you gonna know
That's what I like.
Except for Control. Kendrick watched you on Control.
No, stop it.
Sean, come on now. Come on now.
But now, hold on. Let's talk about your song with Eminem, because that's been controversial. And of course, a lot of people consider Eminem to
And
be...
how long ago was that? What year is this?
That were you right? You got you right.
Okay,
Everybody
okay.
improved. You're right. You're right.
But you do have Eminem on the album.
And I still don't feel like I got washed anyway. Nigga.
Nah, you got watched on Control.
Whatever.
It's okay.
Your opinion. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't focus on people's opinions. You know why? Because that's gonna throw you off. You got to focus on what's at hand, what you feel in your
Control
heart.
Control was a different type of verse,
know.
though. That was like a otherworldly type of verse. Kendrick
Nah,
was
I'm not taking nothing away from that. That's why, you know what I'm saying? It was my song. I ain't altered nothing.
That was your song?
I kept it G.
Yeah, it was his song.
He beating you. She asked me
I can't say I've been seeing you showing love to the album, though. Voices in the head.
Isn't Sean?
Bounce Back. You was one of the people campaigning for Bounce Back, saying like it need to be played more on the radio, and you were one of the reasons that, you know, just one of them people showing love. I appreciate it.
You dope, bro. I give props where props is due.
All right, now let's talk about Eminem. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
On the album, how intimidating is that to be on a song with Eminem? I mean, you guys are both from Detroit, and obviously Eminem is, you know, the GOAT. A lot of people consider him to be one of the GOATs, at least.
Period.
And the
Period.
song was also pretty controversial now after the album came out. So what are your thoughts on people being upset about what Eminem said on the album?
There's a petition going around. They want you and Eminem arrested.
Straight up?
Yeah, for rapey lyrics towards Ann Coulter.
Sean looked at me. Yeah, this is true. There was a petition going
You said
around.
that's his verse.
Petition.
Did you
Yeah,
think
there was.
anything though when you heard it? Like,
Sean I ain't written
did you
nobody.
think that it would be an issue at all, or did you not think anybody would?
I feel like rap music, you know, first of all, we're talking about Eminem.
Right.
He
You
said
know,
worse. He says worse.
Yeah, come on now. And on top of that, I wasn't thinking about, when I got the verse back, I was just thinking like, it was refreshing to hear him. Like, I feel like he brought a whole new style to his catalog, to the rap game, just like how he was describing all that stuff. And I just feel like I sent it, so you can imagine what it's like when you send a 16-bar verse. Like, originally the song was 2 12-bar verses for me, and I left a 16 at the end for him. So you can imagine, you know, being from the D, you know, first of all, I called him and I didn't know if he was gonna be able to do it. You know, he was like, "Man, I really love the song, but you know, my schedule is crazy. I don't know if I can get to it in time." So I thought he was letting me down easy. So you can imagine what it feel like to wake up like a couple weeks later, Paul Rosenberg texting you. You heard the verse. You go down to the studio and you hear like a 2-minute like bar off. I'm a fan of the lyrics. I'm a fan of Eminem. I'm a fan of Slim Shady, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I felt like I was listening to when I heard that verse. So.
Did you change any of your verses after you heard him?
The only thing that I did change though is that when we were listening to it, it didn't make sense that I had these super 2 short verses and then it was his 2-minute verse. So all I did was I put my verses together, but the only thing I had to add like 4 more bars because it wasn't sounding right when I just pasted them together like that.
Do you ever change a verse when you send somebody a record?
And oh yeah, hold up, I ain't gonna lie. One thing about that verse I did change is I said the thing about Flint. I do this for the crib, the D to Flint. Kids will get sick with lead, others get hit with the lead. Because once the song was like pretty much done and getting mixed, I realized that what that song may be. And I was like, man, I gotta rep for like the kids in Flint. I gotta rep for the hometown, like show them that inspiration in a different way. And I got the Flint choir on bigger than me, the Flint Chosen Choir.
Right.
But you know, I just gotta let them know we care for the whole. It's not just the D, it's like the whole Michigan.
Now explain that monumental chain you got around your neck and what that means to you.
I didn't even think they made though anymore. I thought Khaled had the last one. Didn't Khaled say he had the last one?
He made it. Hov said he made it.
So talk about that and Hov giving you that chain and what that meant for you.
I never thought I'd have a Rockefeller chain, just to keep it real. You know, it was always one of the things growing up, you know, you want a Rockefeller chain. It was the most, like, iconic chain to me coming up, honestly. It's like that. There's a couple other crazy, you know, No Limit chains and stuff
absolutely.
like that. But
you can buy those in the mall.
But the Rockefeller chain, I feel like, was second to none, you feel me? So I remember what happened was I was just having a conversation with him about it. Like, it's fire, like that's hard. I don't remember. Yeah, Jay-Z. Okay. I don't remember exactly what, but then all of a sudden he hit me and was like, you know, what size you want? You know, what size chain? You want the full size or the mid size? I'm like, full size?
I'm from Detroit. I want the full size.
You know what I'm saying? And anyway, he gave it to me. You know, he hit me and was like, go pick it up from the jeweler. And he was just like, you earned it, man. You know, I played him I Decided before that. And I remember just sitting with him and he was just like, it's just crazy to just hear every time how you grow, how you change it up. It ain't never the same with you. He was just like, I appreciate that. And then he sent me that message and was like, man, you earned this. So I hope you wear it with pride.
You keep referencing Bigger Than Me, which is a very dope record. And it seems like this whole album, you seem like you're very spiritual. Have you been exploring that side of life more?
Mm-hmm. It's been a part of my life, though, for that before I got a record deal. I mean, that was what helped me get a record deal, I feel like, was the guidance my family was giving me, especially my mom, just like me being frustrated, feeling like I was at a brick wall, you know what I mean? Reading certain books, getting closer to God, being spiritual. And, you know, I'm not saying like from a preacher standpoint. I'm just saying from a real standpoint, from real life. It's been situations where I could have been dead. It's been situations where things worked out that is, you can't explain it. I got signed to my favorite artist. Mm-hmm. You can't explain that. Rapping for him outside a radio station. Seen 1,000 people rap for him outside a radio station. It's just like, you can't give that up to nobody else but God.
I heard he asked you not to say anything bad about Trump on the album. Was that true?
No.
No, I'm kidding.
Have you spoken about Did you listen to the album? Did Ye listen to the album?
Yeah, Ye was a part of the album. He's at the end of Bounce Back saying, if you a real one. But on top of that, yeah, he was a part of like the whole process. Like I would play him songs, just like how I went to see Rick Rubin and Dre 3000 came through and like all them different people. Like Ye was a part of it too. And he like on songs like Oh Me, he was like, yo, you should take part of your verse and make it the hook. I mean, yeah. Exactly. So that's what I did. That made that song like 10 times better to me. Just that little suggestion. Sunday Morning Jetpack, it was his idea to get like the Dream on there singing. So it's just like, he didn't, obviously, you know, ain't no time for Ye to be holding my hand in the studio, right? You know, overseeing the project every step of the way. But I think that's what he was breading me for these past 9 years I known him. You know, that was the reason he had me in the sessions straight from the D when he was working on Graduation. That's the reason he had me in there for 808s and my beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So it's just like, I appreciate him and I respect him for that. And his little advice goes a long way. Right. I mean,
what books are you reading though? Because like you said on Sacrifices, you focusing on your inner you. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, Sean into his chakras now?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
What you reading?
Every time I meditate, I be focusing on my chakras. I be reading, I read a lot of the same books over and over again too. I do read new ones, but 7 Spiritual Laws of Success,
read it.
Deepak, The Alchemist.
Read it. I didn't like The Alchemist though.
This guy.
I didn't. You know why? Because it didn't have to be fiction. It didn't have to be a fictional story. You could have just gave me those same principles without telling it to me in a fictional story.
I like stories though.
Yeah.
I'm like a fan of like stories and like I like Star Wars. I like Dragon Ball Z. I like
to read. I actually have Aesop's Fables, that whole book that has like the real stories. I think those are always interesting to read.
You into Toltec wisdom? Like 4 Agreements, 5th Agreement.
They're the 4 Agreements.
Don Miguel Ruiz, yeah.
Yeah. What's up, man? What you know about that?
I don't know.
I read the 4 Agreements. I ain't read all the 5th Agreement yet, but I read the 4 Agreements. You know the 5th Agreement? They did it.
Yeah, I read both books. Yeah.
What else do I read? Asking It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. That was a good one. That was the one I read. That was like the most important book for me that I read. That was the one I read right before I got my record deal. And it's just like, it was crazy. As soon as I changed the way I was thinking, everything else changed.
When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Every time. So that's when I realized that once you get it right in here, that's when everything else changes.
Now, let me ask you this. Having your house broken into, your previous house, did that was that one of the reasons why you felt like you had to move? Because it has to feel weird every time you come into your house. I never had my house broken into.
Yeah,
but it must feel like a violation every time.
Like a rape.
It was violating. It was. And when nobody was there, and it was just some careless shit because we had so much going on, and I wasn't the last one there. So people there forgot to set the alarm. it was just too much. It was like I was performing at the halftime show.
You don't got it on your phone?
Yeah, I do. That's what I'm saying. I slip, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm from a city where you know we know not to slip too. That's why I was kind of beating myself up about it. But I learned my lesson just to, refocus that. But it was violating.
No? Was somebody you knew or you're not sure?
No. We looked back at this. It is security cameras. We looked back. It was people with like night vision goggles. You know what I mean? Wow. Ran up, spray painted the cameras black. Like
That's crazy.
It was a professional job.
Yeah,
it wasn't no like homie shit or nothing like that.
What did they get?
Just like, man, a lot of rare shoes. I don't really keep too much. I got like, I don't keep like a whole bunch of money or nothing in my house in a safe. Like I keep it in a bank.
Absolutely.
You feel me? And even like safes and stuff, jewelry. I don't keep none of that stuff in my house like that. Just not because of that. Just because I'm professional. I don't really, that ain't how I move.
Right.
So they did get like a lot of rare shoes though. One of the things they got was like my Louis Vuitton, Kanye's, the Jaspers,
Ooh.
The pink bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that.
Man.
You don't know nothing about that.
Damn it, man. They made like a limited run of Louis Vuitton, Kanye.
You know.
Back in the day.
So after that,
the mugs was going for like 15,000 or something.
After that, it was like, let's move and find someplace else.
No, it wasn't like that for me. I just was like, all right, I get it. I'm gonna tighten up. That the same thing happened a house down the street, house up the street, and
they just broke into Nicki Minaj's house recently.
Yeah, and I remember the same week it happened to like Lana Del Rey or something like that. It's just, that was one of the L's I took, but
right,
I wasn't tripping. I got back to it. I wasn't scared or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You and Metro Boomin got a dope ass chemistry too. Did y'all actually work together, or was it more like pick from these beats?
No, we worked together. We made a lot of that stuff. Sacrifices. That was like, I remember that was the last session I had for the album was with Metro.
And you Uncle Berg too, Young Berg.
Mm-hmm. He did Bounce Back.
I told him, he was like, I didn't hear it. I was like, he did that too. He said,
I mean, I heard it.
He did it with Metro. Metro,
together, yeah.
and who else produced it? Smash David. So it was like the hell you listening to, man? Yeah, but they did that. Young Berg. He also did this new song I did with Jeremiah and Chris Brown. His new single. Yeah. But Metro, I was just talking to Metro like, man, we might have to do like a whole project or something.
Yeah, so you guys were just in the studio together again. So, all right. So that means a 2088 project, and then maybe you and Metro Boomin doing something.
Maybe.
Y'all got some joints together. Like on Stick to the Plan. You talk about don't let these Negroes see your emotions. Is that why you always just try to remain cool one way all the time?
I am cool, man. Yeah. All the time. You got to keep a cool head.
You never punched the wall or nothing? Get mad?
I did punch the wall before. I did.
For what?
I remember when my grandma died, I was punching the wall, busting my hand up.
Ooh.
It was like, that was terrible for me.
And when do we get the physical copies?
Okay.
The physical copies come out when now?
February 17th.
February 17th.
February 17th.
You ain't listened to the digital one yet. What you care about the physical one?
I'm 5 in. I've been running. I'm in Houston. I have 12 shows in Houston. I've been running. I got 5.
You got all them cars, man.
Nothing like
got all
listening to
them
it in the car.
chains,
That's my little thing.
And you also said that as soon as you stand still, everything else will.
That's real.
Elaborate on that just a little.
Once you stand still, so will everything else. You know this. It's just, I feel like you gotta stay motivated out here, whatever you're doing. If you're not doing nothing that motivates you, fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? For me, my motivation comes from doing what I love to do. So I'm gonna keep going at it. I'm gonna keep moving at it. I'm gonna keep, climbing higher and higher because that's my choice. And when you stand still, how can you expect a move? How can you expect change?
Mm-hmm.
How can you expect progression? The progression comes from taking risks. Progression comes from taking chances. You know what I mean? Success comes from failing. Like you can't win without taking an L. That's impossible.
Right. Absolutely.
That's impossible.
Why did you think when you was performing the other night when the guy was throwing money, why did you think that was disrespectful?
I'm so glad you brought this up. I seen ghetto ass, videos or whoever posting saying, oh, Big Sean mad that this dude in the back of the club is throwing money. I don't care about, that's cool. You could throw money if you want to do it. There was a person in the video. The video is so set up, it looks crazy. There was a whole nother person that was not in that video on the side of the stage. It was this old white dude, and it's not a race thing at all. I don't care what color he was, but it was this old dude, and he was on the very side of the stage close to me, and he kept throwing money, right? Kept throwing money like His fans in the front getting hyped like, damn, this money landing on me. You know what I'm saying? It was distracting to me. And then it started coming on the stage. So I'm performing and damn near slipping on the money. So I'm just like, yo, I'm not no damn stripper, bro. Like, you're not finna be throwing money on the stage when I'm performing. That's disrespect.
People
you know?
throw money at Envy when he DJs.
Every once in a while.
Nah, people may throw money up, you know what I'm saying? But they was throwing money at me and at people that was right in front of the stage. So I said first, I was like, hey, bro, stop throwing money. Like, that's a video y'all didn't see. Hey, bro, stop throwing money. Like, you know what I mean? This ain't that type of show right now. Okay. Then he started throwing more money.
Wow.
So I'm like, damn, like, I ain't know what he was on. Like I said, I ain't know if it was like a race thing. I ain't know if he was disrespecting. It felt very disrespectful to me. It felt very disrespectful. So that's why I don't be going off, and I don't be trying to put on no show or nothing like that. But it was just like, we told him a few times. My DJ told him, like, while I was performing, hey, man, stop throwing money. So it was just like, that's why I went off, because you're not finna disrespect me. You're not finna disrespect my fans. You're not finna disrespect my show.
So after you cursed him out, did he stop?
Yeah, he stopped.
Okay.
Well, Sean got to go, guys.
Well, I just want one more question. How do you think if like people do start saying Big Sean is the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that'll affect your music? Because you do have a underdog angle.
How do I think that would affect my music?
Yeah.
I don't let anything affect my music, man. I don't let people's opinions. That's one of the things in them books that we be reading.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take, you can't let the bad or the good affect what you're doing, because
Never take offense.
Never take offense and never assume, all of that. And it's just like, if that's what they say, that's what they say. But I'm gonna still keep focused. I'm gonna still keep hungry. I'm gonna still keep doing my thing. And
do you think you have an underdog angle?
Underrated. Absolutely.
I feel like it's so many people underrated in this world, but that's what makes us strive to be greater.
Like you saw the Instagram video the guys did when you sleep on Big Sean.
I posted that.
See what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? But that's cool that they thought that. And at the same time, it's this, I come from a city. Ain't nobody from my city with this skin color made it this far. Let's just keep it honest with you. Eminem, you know what I'm saying? All respect. And I'm not making it a race thing. I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying facts. Like, ain't nobody from Detroit made it globally black rapping, period. You've had, Jay Dilla, you had Slum Village, you had Royce, you had, a lot of people.
D12 though, kind of.
D12 with the help of Eminem,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about even to this level, and I'm super thankful for that, man. And that ain't a testament to anybody else but the fans. That ain't a testament to anybody else but God, but my city. And it's just like, people would kill for this spot.
Right.
I know it's people plotting on my spot, man. I ain't finna let them get that shit.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm thankful to be here. I know what I got, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep making the family proud, the city proud, and keep spitting something that means something.
You ever think you ever date a woman with your skin color ever again?
Yeah.
There you have it. Big Sean, the physical copies on the 17th. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Big Sean changed on us a little bit.
What you mean?
Remember every time Big Sean used to come in town, he used to say, yo, I'm in town.
I did. Hold up now. Don't act like y'all didn't get invited to the listening party.
Oh, we were in L.A.
Exactly.
You didn't invite us.
You didn't invite us. Usually you used to do personal invite.
Listen, the brother busy now. I don't take offense to that.
No.
The man don't have his mom calls. So why would he call up?
Oh, yeah, you right.
Stop it. And hey, what's up? Y'all didn't fall through to the pop-up? What up?
weren't
We didn't get
invited.
invited.
Y'all wasn't invited.
We weren't here. We weren't there. Because listen,
y'all
when
was
you were
out of
in
town?
LA, we had just left LA that day.
Straight
when
up.
you did so then we came here.
If you'd have called us directly, you'd have known
It's like
that,
you're
but,
avoiding us.
That's all right. We talked to the team.
No, the love is real, man.
There you have it.
Y'all still got love for me?
Do you still have love for black women? Is what the people.
Jhené Aiko is black, by the
There you have
way.
it.
That's
It's
like
Big
saying that I'm
Sean.
not black.
Yes, I have love for black women.
There you
man.
go,
Get your
Sean.
ass out of here. My mama black. My grandma black. Nigga, I dated black girls. I love black
Why
girls.
they gotta be
I date
girls?
black girls. Women.
My goodness.
Strong women.
Leave Big Sean alone. Big Sean.
What about you?
Out right now.
I'm married to a black woman.
All right, congratulations.
We don't know. We haven't seen her picture. She might be white. We
Yeah,
don't
where's
know.
she at?
Oh, shut up. Yeah, right.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in